This is Pawarkuda's newest citizen, 5 days old and the 161st member of his village. He will get a name and an identity after 20 days. But this little boy already has what his parents and fellow villagers merely dreamed about, a bright and secure future. That promise holds true for all the village children gathered here for the Putti Sabha or festive ritual celebrating the new arrival. For the new generation in Pawarkuda, this is truly a new dawn of new beginnings. Prosperity, once so longed for, finally achieved. Security of food and work, clothing, housing, wages, a bank balance, education for children and health for all, even consumer assets. But the best asset of all in this small Gond tribal village, Pawarkuda, is the power of its women. And it's no longer a quiet transformation taking place in a remote area of a poor district, Adilabad, in India's southern state of Andhra Pradesh. The women of Pawarkuda have carved out their own mark on the map. The World Bank is one of their buyers, the state chief minister an appreciative supporter, the local media an impressed ally. This is Subhadra Bai, the 45-year-old president of the self-help group or SHG, the instrument for change in this village, in line with 250 other SHGs in its block Jainur, almost 20,000 in its district, and 400,000 in the entire state. Subhadra Bai is perhaps one of the strongest visible symbols of women empowerment through the SHG movement. Today, as she doles out the month's salaries to the villagers, including her own husband, she personifies all the qualities needed to lead a village from obscurity to real progress. A receptive, inquiring mind, the will to work hard and long, a vision for the future. Subhadra Bai profiles the Pawarkuda story.
అడవిలో పోయి బీడి ఆకులు ఈపపరక మొహు.
Earlier, we used to collect bidi leaves, maua, seeds and gum from the forest, sell them at very low prices and survive. We would get up each morning. Some of us would go off in search of work in nearby villages. The rest of us would wait here. If there was work, we would earn 10 rupees for the whole day. At night, we would stop off to buy provisions for a meal from Jainur. We would come home, cook dinner, sleep, and the next day the cycle would begin again.
మా తాత మా అమ్మ వాళ్ళు గడ్డలు అడవిలో పోయి గడ్డలు తెచ్చిండ్రు.
Our forefathers survived by eating roots and maua. They did not have rice. We eat rice every day today.
కానీ బియ్యం దొరకలే మాకు, ఎప్పుడో జొన్నలు దొరికినాయి, మక్కలు తిన్నాం. ఇప్పుడు ఇక అందరూ ఇక బియ్యమే తింటున్నాం. ఇంతకుముందు మనకు ఏమీ తెలియక ఉండే, మాకు ఇది ఇట్లా పనులు చేసుకోవాలా ఇవన్నీ. మా సిడి సార్ వచ్చిండ్రు. సిడి సార్ వస్తే మేము ఇట్లా
The ITDA sirs came and explained about the Awwal committee or self-help group and told us to save 10 rupees each month. Then a nursery was sanctioned to us. We started growing different trees. We also did other jobs in watershed management like building check dams and diversion drains.
ఇవి గుంట కట్టలు ఇవన్నీ మా సార్ ఆర్డర్ తెచ్చినప్పుడు మేము అవి మొత్తం పని చేసుకొని మేము చూపించినాం.
From little acorns to mighty oaks grow, and Pawargada's women, led by Subhadra Bai, went on to save 2 lakh rupees in the first year itself in 2001, courtesy the work provided by the International Fund for Agricultural Development or IFAD program and implemented by the Integrated Tribal Development Agency or ITDA. By 2003, their group savings covered their own loan requirements. They were visiting banks, eliminating both the contractor and the money lender from their lives, and meeting the chief minister.
ఇంకా మళ్ళీ పోయినా మేడం సీఎం దగ్గర పోతే సీఎం
We went to Hyderabad and met the chief minister. He asked us what work we are doing. We told him we had saved 3,80,000 rupees and that jobs were no longer being given through the contractor. We as a group were doing them collectively. He appreciated our work. As an SHG, we give loans at low interest to expecting mothers for medical treatment, for marriages, for buying agricultural inputs like seeds. We have also bought a mic set, a TV, oil machine and vessels. If any children have any financial problems in attending school, we help them. 6 girls are studying in Rashimeta Hostel, 7 in Jainur. Earlier, we were very poor. After forming the SHG and going to different places and meeting different people, we got knowledge. We also got better houses and today we are living better. Our entire community has changed after our SHG was formed. As a group, we have the courage to go to the Sarpanch, to hospitals, to police station. Earlier, we used to think that the bank is only for rich people, to keep their money safe. Today, we ourselves go to the bank, sign and withdraw money and distribute it to group members.
They are coming to bank for asking question also, in what way we will be able to invest. Since last 2 years, we are giving finance to SSG groups. They are excellent. The credit worthiness of the self-help groups in Jannu Mandal is 85 lakhs and the total savings of the SSG group in the Jannu Mandal is 3.29 lakhs. Last year we have financed some 19 lakhs. Already some 12 lakhs they have repaid. This year we have given some 85 lakhs.
We will work for Velugu the way we did for IFAD. We will continue to save money. After all, how long can the government keep helping us? Tomorrow, even if Velugu, IFAD is not there, we will work collectively.
Velugu, meaning eternal light, is the new mantra today. A two-phase program funded by the World Bank and implemented by the Autonomous Society for Eradication of Rural Poverty, or SERP. Autonomy is a cherished goal for Power Guda too. The reason behind all their value-added schemes for income generation, be it a village shop or the Pongamia seed oil extracted from their own machine and sold to the villages near and far as a diesel alternative for tractors and other machinery, even electricity. For these women, beyond the confidence that accompanies this level of self-sufficiency is the feeling of pride at their accomplishments and the spin-off benefits of an improved lifestyle.
మాకు నల్లులు వచ్చినాయి ఇక్కడ
We have taps, we have our own drainage system, better hygiene, we keep our village spotlessly clean. Since we don't have fans, we burn neem leaves to keep mosquitoes at bay, and malaria is much less today. We put bleach in our tank for drinking water and use boring water only for cooking. Diarrhea and vomiting have reduced drastically.
ఇప్పుడు మొత్తం ఇంకా ఇక్కడ అక్కడ మీటింగ్ల పోయి ఇట్లా నేర్చుకున్నాం మేము.
Earlier we didn't know much. After attending meetings, we learnt a lot.
టీవీ ఉంటే మనకు ఇట్లా సంగతులు మనకు
We watch TV in the evenings, though we allow our children to watch only for limited periods after they have finished studying. From TV, we get news about health, cleanliness and other things.
సెల్లో పని చేసుకొని సాయంత్రం
We watch TV after dinner. If you watch the whole day, TV spoils your life.
ఇంకా మా ఉన్న వాళ్ళ పిల్లలకు కూడా కావాలా మనం
We have houses, but we want houses for our children too when they grow up.
పిల్లగాళ్ళకు కూడా కావాలా ఐటీడీ ఆఫీసర్ వస్తారు ఎవరు డాక్టర్ అవుతారు
We feel that our children should be educated so that they can get good jobs, become ITDA officers, doctors, conductors, drivers, community health workers, Anganwadi workers.
R. Yes. T. Line.
After a lifetime spent within the parameters of her village, Subhadra Bai enjoys her newly acquired celebrity status. She has received awards from regional newspapers and television channels, been interviewed on local radio, and featured in local magazines. The modesty, however, remains intact, as do the democratic norms followed by the SHG, both in organizational structures and conflict resolution.
All the women in the SHG unanimously elected me as president and Mankubai as secretary. If there are any quarrels or problems at night, we sort it out by the morning. We take decisions collectively. If anyone has a drinking problem, we have a meeting and explain the issues so that others are not tempted to drink.
మేము వాళ్ళకు సమాజం ఎంచినాం వాళ్ళు వెళ్ళిపోయిండు వాళ్ళ సెన్లలో వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు
Interestingly, the men in Power Guda seem to be fairly supportive of their women's initiatives. Whether this stems from necessity, since the women-run SAG has the power to sanction loans, or genuine acceptance of the role reversal, is debatable.
आपल्या माणसाजवळ पैसे राहत नाही ते बाजार राहते ते माणसाजवळ जरा खर्च जास्त करते तर ग्रुपमध्ये जरा आपल्याला पैसे द्या म्हणलं तर काहीतरी व्याजानं पैसे भेटायला लागले काही लाभ वाटत नाही पण आता मागाच लागतं नाही काम पडलं तर मागाच लागत दुसरं वाटायचं काय म्हणलं तर दुसरं पिणार माणसाला वाईट वाटते ग्रुपमध्ये पैसे असल्यानं आपल्या टेमावर पैसे भेटते याच्याबद्दल चांगलं वाटते लोकांना
Mankubai, Group Secretary and Subhadra Bai's trusted aide, will one day inherit the mantle of leadership. She is young, dynamic, articulate, and has a vision of her own.
I work in the fields. I could not go to school, but I send my children to school and also for tuition every evening. This way, they can get good jobs in future and do well.
నేను ಬೇರೆ ಮಹನತನು ಕೊತ್ತ ವಾಟವಾಲ್ ಮೇರ ಮರಾಠ 20 रुपया ಮಹನತ ವಾಟನೆ के
We go to Jainur and attend meetings every month. We collect 20 rupees each and deposit it. By saving money, we can get low-interest Velugu loans. We can rotate this money and use the interest. This way, we can grow even if the government is not there.
ಸರ್ ಅದೇ ಮಾವಾಗಿ ಕೊತ್ತತುನ್ ಹಾಪುತ್ತೆ ಊರ್ಕುನ್ ಸಿಹಿ ಮಾಡ್ ಊರ್ಗಟಾಯಿ ವೇಜಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಕುನ್ ಬಡಿಕೆ ಮಾಡ ಉರ್ಸ್ತಕ್ಕೆ ಮಲ್ಲ ಹೀಗೆ ಕಾಪುಸ್ ಇದು
Our crop productivity has doubled to 4 quintals per acre. We are seeing the benefit of whatever work we do. Earlier, the trees were much smaller. Now they look good because of the watershed management work we did. We don't take from the forest anymore. We have our own nursery and we plant trees. Work is going on. We should continue. It is helping our people.
The women of Pawarguda have done work worth 13 lakh rupees over the last 3 years. The village SAG can rightly be termed mature and a model example for replication. As the leaders bid farewell to their regular visitor and guide, ITDA's Sadanandachari, the drums of Kusadi reverberate in the neighbouring village. Subhadrabai joins in the traditional Gond tribal dance celebrating the harvest. It is, after all, another kind of a harvest, a more rewarding one for her and for Pawarguda.
Mumaske chaddu sele maku. Makin borevasi inite nomberich vitndum.
In our childhood, whenever any outsider came to our village in Movad Valley, we used to run away. We never had any education. We didn't get proper food to eat or clothes to wear. When we grew up, we didn't know how to work or interact with the outside world. If at all we ventured outside, it was only to visit the moneylender, to purchase essential commodities at exorbitant rates. Whatever we got from our fields, we had to give to the moneylender.
Aray chorti tabaki manta savkaran kya anta in martat pantatun goji kisinge badda sugyate savkarana ganwatwa.
We did not want our children to suffer the same fate we did.
Tombati ma kandir manwakne chokotaya nain wal manta.
And that decision was the turning point for the women of Movad Valley, led by this lady, Parvati Bai. The next step in their self-charted plan was finding a link with the world outside their idyllic but isolated valley surrounded by dense teak forests in central Adilabad. Providentially, the ITDA stepped in with a new strategy for implementing watershed management projects directly by the SAGs in the year 2001. Though the SAGs had been set up in the valley as early as 1993 as Avval or Mothers Committees, their strength, both numerical and on the achievement graph, had been limited. As the new community-run program launched its first environmental rehabilitation work in this village, Aliguda, in March 2001, Parvati Bai mobilized other SAGs in the Movad Valley.
As small SAGs, we started saving money each month. Then through IFAD, we got work and wages and saved more. Officers taught us how to write and keep accounts, collect and deposit money, distribute it to group members, attend meetings, discuss issues. Slowly, we got knowledge. As we saved more money, we decided to form a cluster or big VO. 11 SAGs from Movad and 16 from Venkatapur, total of 300 women gathered to elect a president and secretary. They elected me as president. All of us, including the ITDA officers, went to the temple and prayed for a better future.
The prayers worked, and so did the women of Aliguda, successfully completing projects worth 8 lakh rupees, providing labour worth 5 lakh rupees, saving 1.7 lakh rupees, and buying a flour mill, a tractor, auto rickshaws. This young tribal, Durgabai, is learning to drive, inspired by the men in her village.
महीना मेहनत को 6,000 से इनतो इंजी को नावेन वड़कते को इनके.
We bought autos and rent them out for 5,000 rupees every month. We give loans for medical help and for education.
मल्लाइंगे बदे बाई आंता बाले.
We don't go to the money lender anymore. Our money is used for our own needs. We have no problems after the SHG and IFAD program.
इंदके उन्दी एकरमन उन्दी चांची वाड़ते के इनके.
Our crop productivity has doubled since last year due to the watershed management work we do. We should work collectively in future to conserve and develop our land, our forests, our homes. We can do this better if the groups unite.
ఇది ఏరియా డెవలప్ చోకొట్కి కమ్యూనివల్ మాకు కోరిక మంతా. గూడ గూడ తిరిసి బైక్ వడకసి గ్రూప్.
I travel to different hamlets, convincing women that if small groups formed a big group or cluster, we can undertake much bigger projects and do the work collectively.
Social activist Urmila Pingle has been working regularly with these uneducated but strong-willed Gond women of the valley and traces the milestones of their remarkable journey.
This is the first time they've really been empowered in the sense that there's a real decentralization of governance. You know, the money and the contracts of works have come directly to the self-help groups. They had small amount of savings and thrift, which was 10,000, but now they have lakhs of rupees in their accounts, and that has given them a lot of credit base to do a lot of things like investments, education for agricultural productivity, digging a well. They plan the works in their village, what they want to do, how much wages they want to give, and the savings are their own. Once they have done it in a small group, they said let us all gather together, number of groups, and let us get strength from this and do bigger works like road works, minor irrigation work. When they start getting financially, they leverage more and more of money from banks. They have to depend on bookkeepers, and if they don't know how to do the accounts, people can siphon off money. That is going to be a hurdle in the future. But already they are sending their daughters to schools, to hostels, which they never did before. From every village, girls are going to hostel in Asifabad, which is the taluk headquarters. Really education, higher education, going into professionals is very important, and they are seeing that dream they would like to transfer to their daughters. Women can be a powerful force, and normally they won't get led aside by political divisions, so they can be stronger than the men.
We want to educate our children. They should have a better future.
Just 20 kilometers away from Aliguda and other tribal villages in the Mowad Valley is the dream destination of many a tribal girl, the Asifabad Tribal Welfare School, home to 650 tribal girls studying through classes 6 to 12. Residential schools like this one are accessible throughout the district. This is where they all hope their dreams will come true. The first tribal lady doctor, lawyer, IAS officer. And yet, there is another world not too far away, where a 12-year-old girl, Marubai, is the president of her village SHG simply because she can sign her name. She is married to this 15-year-old boy, and she has already had one abortion. This is Kopuguda, a desolate, forgotten village, inhabited by the primitive tribe of Kolams. The 12 families living here survive by eating this jowar gatka, or a form of gruel, twice a day. Dal or lentil, rice are rare luxuries. Adequate clothing not a priority. Health and hygiene alien concepts, while education for older children in hostels is attractive only because the school provides 3 free meals a day. Kopuguda is a village untouched by all the poverty eradication schemes that have worked miracles elsewhere. 9 months ago, when their own SHG was formed in February 2003, the women received 10 plough bullocks from Velugu.
అదే మీ ఈ గ్రూప్ ఉన్నది కదా సంఘం మహిళా సంఘం ఈ సంఘం ద్వారా ఏమేమి పనులు చేస్తున్నారు ఏం చేస్తున్నారు
ఇంకేం లేదు సార్
వెలుగు నుంచి కానీ ఐటీడీ నుంచి కానీ ఏమైనా వచ్చినాయా మీకు ఏమైనా దొరికినాయా మీ ఊరికి
తానే వెళ్తుంది
గ్రూప్ నుంచి కానీ మీకు వెలుగు నుంచి కానీ మీకు గ్రూప్ నుంచి ఎట్లా ఉన్నది ఏం సంగతి
రాలేదు మేము కొత్తలు ఉన్నాం సార్ ఏమి కాదు కానీ ఇంకేమి తెలియదు
అదే కదా తెలుసుకోవాలంటే మరి మనం బయట కూడా చూడాలా
అటుపై ఏం చేయాలి
For Kopuguda, as a baseline SHG, to achieve a mature SHG status a la Pawarkuda and Alikuda will take not just time and effort, but the inner will to change what the Kolams believe is their destiny. For these Kalajatha or rural theatre troupes, the SHG is both the medium and the message. As the SHGs built on their credit base and formed clusters or VOs, diversifying into new economic ventures and cooperative marketing were the next goals for the women, and soybean and lac were their tools of the trade. Pittabongram village in Indarveli Mandal or block formed the first soybean association and lac centre in 2002, thus elevating the SHGs and VOs to entrepreneurial status. The results were beyond expectation.
Earlier, when we sold soya to the trader, he would take a commission, delay payment, and we would finish our money in the market itself. Now we sell at the center. People treat us with respect. We made a profit of 22,000 rupees last year.
22,000 फायदा हुआ था 10 रुपया किलो 15 रुपया किलो
We used to take small quantities of lac from the trees and sell it cheaply. ITDA sirs came and told us to form groups. We did. We opened a lac center too. We wash the lac with soda, dry it and sell.
గాజులింగా అంతా ఇది తేను
It can be used to make toys and bangles and also as polish for doors.
కీడమంతా తేనుగా పూర్తిగా దింగే కట్టకే ఇవ్వాలి
If we put a small part of lac on a new tree, it will spread all over. Each tree gives us 4 to 5 kilos of lac. Last year, after deducting expenses, we got a profit of 60,000 rupees for the lac.
समदो खर्चुल सोने के इनके 60,000 ते माकुन फायदा वाता
The last link in the chain of women empowerment is the Federation or Mandal Samakhya, the largest community-based organization in the district, coordinating all the VOs and SHGs, accessing more funds, interacting with government agencies and NGOs like the Dhan Foundation.
Dhan Foundation aim is to form the village level people-oriented institute. Whether it is self-help group, whether it is a microfinance group or watershed activity group, it should be a institute which can be run in a long run, generations together. Mandal Samakhya will become a independent, sustainable body. It will run its own education institute, health hospitals, own business, their need-based activities on their own. That is the Samakhya vision we will keep. We may not say time exactly, but definitely within 5 years we may achieve all this.
చిన్న చిన్న గ్రూపులు ఉన్నాయి వివో ఏం పని చేయాలా ఆ వివో నుంచి
We have meetings twice a month and discuss different issues from SHG to VO to Samakhya level. We want to do bigger jobs, become self-reliant. It will take us 3 years to do this. By working together, we can overtake the moneylender.
ट्रेडर्स को ओवरटेक कर सकते हैं आदमी के टाइम के हिसाब से, सहूलत होना चाहिए ना, वो सहूलत अभी उनके पास नहीं है। करे भी तो हर नहीं है, कंपटीशन आएगा मार्केट में तो बिजनेस और डेवलप होगा।
अभी परिवर्तन बहुत परिवर्तन अभी तो आया, बहुत अभी तो बहुत फॉरवर्ड हो गए थे। अभी तो पहले लेते थे, अब नहीं ले रहे। इंटरेस्ट वगैरह बोले तो क्या उनको इंटरेस्ट नहीं लेते थे, क्योंकि तो अपने रात दिन अपने रोजाना अपनी बात चलने वाले थे, बोल के इंटरेस्ट नहीं लेते थे।
From 4 years we are financing these SHGs. The awareness has come. They are emerging to talk because now they are using the what is the power of women.
Banks are recognizing them, and the more funds they are getting because of their proper working and repaying capacity. All community-based organizations have become strong. All these Mandal Samakhya's, VOs and self-help groups will become the self-reliant and self-manageable institutions in future. In Velugu, we have now given every mandal 1.25 crores. Nearly in 16 mandals of the first phase of Velugu, we have given nearly 20 crores of rupees, and definitely this money is rotating for different activities. In Jainur mandal, last year whatever CIF we have given to the extent of 57 lakhs, they have recovered for 82%, about 50 lakhs, and bank has given them another 74 lakhs. That becomes itself 1.5 crores rotation into one Mandal Samakhya. So definitely next year it will go to 3 crores or 4 crores. And our dream and hope is that in future also all these mandals in Velugu will become like Jainur Mandal.
But for other mandals to replicate this pattern of success, committed officials at local levels are crucial. The SHGs already have a monitoring system in place.
At each Mandal Samakhya level, there will be a fixed date of meeting. Every month they meet, they review the working of the functionaries which are working with them, like community coordinators, assistant project managers, community facilitators, community activists. They attend this meeting along with the all VO members. If anybody is not working properly, they write in black and white and send a report to us that this CC is not working properly, as to remove it. So we have done that, we have removed that particular CC if he is not working properly.
The major difference that Velugu has made is that it is your program and we participate in it. So therefore the poorest of the poor have a first priority. This project is being implemented in 2 phases. So first phase project covered 6 districts. It has an outlay of 600 crores. Project implementation started in the year 2000, and we would be reaching out to around 10 lakh very poor families. The second project, which started in 2003, aims to reach out to 20 lakh very poor families. So these two are financed by the World Bank. The first project ends in 2005, the second project ends in 2008. As far as I know, this is supposed to be the single largest effort in the world, and our ultimate aim is to cover around 60 lakh families. And there is hope, that hope in an individual, that it is possible to come out of poverty. I see that as a very major development.
Maiku batal sapna manta.
Chokota ni wala mantang munne tangi sursi wasi nakinga chovele.
ఉండయినే మొట్ట చొక్కటాయనే జరవంత సందిర్ మా మైలా తులా
సుదరే మా కైన వలి దే కంద కాటనే
సావకర నగ సొన్న మాకు నిహిని గ్రూప్ ని హెందల్ మా పాయిదా
రోడ్ ఇంకా మంచిగా లేవు రోడ్ చేసుకోవాలి
ఆకే ఇంకా సందిర్ కింగ ఆతలే మంతాకే కతే ఇంకే సోయతేనతం వాడతం ఇంకే ఉండల
అట్ట తాకుసి ప్యాసింజర్ పాసి ఇన్ పైసా మంత
ఇంకే సావకర డబ్బు రాసేర్ మంతర్
మహిళా బ్యాంక్ మాకు మా అందరిది మహిళా బ్యాంక్ అయిపోతే మాకు.
This boy now has a name, Lakshman. He also has a guarantee of a secure life ahead of him. His mother's dream has come true.